Hi, my name is Sonia. I'm here to do a tarot and oracle reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Remember, energies can go both ways, so this could be about you or someone you're dealing with as well. So if it doesn't resonate with you, you can check your other aspects of your chart too. Also keep in mind that our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So I'll be talking about the story you may be having going on around you, but then also looking at what might be going on inside of you that's reflecting that story in the outer world. So I started off with some oracle cards from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. We got Jaguar, we've got Smoky Mirror, Sacrifice, and Time Master. So I'm going to read the Jaguar for you. Just to get started, kind of see where you're headed, okay? So the essence of the Jaguar is the protector of all life in the Amazon, and in times of fear she brings courage and certainty. Jaguars at the top of the food chain never becomes prey. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing the abundance of the rainforest, fearless and at ease. Jaguars knows the way beyond death and is the master of the shadows, blending invisibility between light and dark, night and day. Jaguar, this is the invitation, okay? Jaguar calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you, to go outside your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She is delivering an invitation from your own future, to investigate the unknown, to venture into the mystery and the dark places you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jaguar instinct will serve you well. Okay, so these cards up here at the top are really talking about what's going on within you, okay? So with the Jaguar, this is asking you to it's calling you to look at something that's going on within you that is keeping you bonded to it, kind of like the devil energy. And I do have the devil energy down here. But there's something that's making you feel stuck that you are doing or giving into, okay? And we've got the smoky mirror here because this card is a reminder that basically underneath the fog there's something good that's coming, but you have to sift through the fog before you can see it. And it talks about accepting where you are right now and being in it and looking at it like you're an observer, okay? Now what you're going to find is that there's a sacrifice that you do have to make. The sacrifice is about making things sacred, okay? Let me read that one to you too, because they can word it a lot better than I can word it. So the essence of the sacrifice is, it means to make it sacred. The sacrifice is an offering of gratitude made from the heart and a feast of love prepared for the spirit. In olden days, sacrifices sometimes involved rituals in which blood was offered to the gods. For example, in the Bible, Yahweh preferred Abel's sacrifice of the one of his lambs to Cain's offering of vegetables and fruits. In Middle America, however, hold on, my shower just turned on. Sorry about that. My shower's broke, so it turns on automatically by itself. I didn't want it to be too loud, so then you couldn't hear me, okay? So your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying. Oh, I didn't get there yet. In the Middle America, however, Quetzalcoatl, the Lord of the Dawn, came to teach that spirit preferred our songs and prayers to the blood of humans or animals. Now, the invitation, the sacrifice asks you to offer to Spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying and meet the divine at the sacred table with the heavenly feast. You are a welcome guest in this banquet. Your heart is only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. Okay, so what I'm looking at is that there is something that you are worshiping. Okay, you're when I say worship, I mean it's something you think about, something you always got to be doing, having. Like it's like an impulse. You have to do it this way. You have to have it this way. Is how you feel because you are bonded to it. It's when you feel bonded to something, that's the devil energy. Okay, it's something that you make really important. So a sacrifice can be something that you consider good. Okay, so like if it's say it's money or something, and you give money to the poor, that is like an offering to Spirit, because Spirit, or like universal consciousness, God, whatever you want to call it, is in everything and everyone. And so the sacrifice is taking something that you have see so much value in and offering it up. But it can also be something that is considered bad. So like something that would be a sacrifice, any addiction. So like say you're addicted to vaping, okay? So I quit and now I'm vaping again, and so that's something that like I need to also give up. But anyway, so that's an example though. Okay, it's something that I do, I think about, I think it's important, but I mean I don't logically think it's important, but if I don't know where my vape is, I'm like, where is it, right, over and over again in my mind. A sacrifice would then be giving that up, saying, here you go, I don't want it anymore, right? So that's a sacrifice. So what I'm showing is that there is something that you have, and when I start telling the story, you're gonna probably figure it out. You ask yourself the questions and you're gonna figure it out. Okay, so there is something that you are being asked to sacrifice. Okay, and the jaguar is like basically the strong one that is contained within you. It's like someone patting you on the back saying, you can do it, but it's within you. Okay, you can do this, you're strong, you're capable, and you can do this. And right now there's that smoke, that cloud around it, and you're gonna figure it out. And this is the Time Master being reversed is just a reminder that you have all the time in the world. Like, stop putting so much pressure on yourself, I guess. It's also a reminder too, like, to pay attention to your priorities with time. Okay, so it's about not wasting it, but also not guilting yourself over how much time you're taking for something. Okay, now since there is this thing, and we can be it can even be well, I'll get into it. But basically, what I'm seeing here is that also we can be toxic for other people in other situations in helping them. So like codependent relationships work like that, where two people, like, you help someone so much that they can't help themselves because they're relying on your help, and they're not furthering themselves, they're not evolving themselves because of your help, which is toxic for them. And so what I'm seeing is that there is something that you are putting on an altar. Okay, and it can be thoughts, habits, people, whatever it is. And you're being asked to sacrifice that. And the reason why you're being asked to sacrifice that is for your, like, so that the evolution of your consciousness, to be a better person yourself. Now, because of that, you have this situation coming in that is mirroring your own thoughts, your own behavior. Okay. And this is the connection I'm trying to show you, because like I said, it's like always about us. Any situation that's outside of us is actually about us too. We can't control other people, or necessarily control other situations externally, but we can control ourselves and our internal and internally, and what we do and what actions we take. But by controlling ourselves, making choices ourselves, and healing and evolving ourselves, our situations will too. So this situation that's coming in is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. So what I'm seeing is that you've got something on an altar, or you're considering bringing something back into your life that you've had on an altar before. So this could be like, if it was like an addiction, you could be considering doing something, like trying to trick yourself into, like, well, I'll just do it once, or like, well, it's a party, stuff like that. Okay. But you're considering letting it back in. So because of that, on the outside, what I'm showing is that you are having something in your life that's coming back around to make an offer to you. And it could be a person. I'm showing that you are bringing this in, this second chance, and you're going to have to make a judgment call. It is some type of contract or commitment that you're going to be signing if you allow it back in. With the commitment reversed, it's basically a message saying that if you do, it's not going to be beneficial to you, in that it's going to cause a lot of pain. Everything's always a benefit to us, because we learn. As long as we learn from it, we can make it basically a benefit. But it's going to cause a lot of pain for you with this person that's coming back around, or situation. It could be like a job or something coming back around that isn't necessarily what you really want, but or it could be a relationship. Because what I'm showing is that, okay, so now what the message that's coming through is that it could be drinking specifically, if you drink, or if you did drink in the past. But I've got bone collector. So this is something that you've like went rounds with before in the past, or someone that you went rounds with in the past. Now, it brought you a lot of like joy, fun, happiness with the 9 of Cups. This also indicates drinking. That's why I'm saying it could be actually drinking. And it gives off the illusion that what it does is it makes you feel free. So it could be a person, say it was a relationship, and this person's coming in and like, well, if they move in, they're going to give you that, you're going to get more financial freedom, okay, or something like that. And so you feel like you're free. But really, it actually makes you feel like victorious too. Like this could be someone that's putting you on a pedestal, because like I said, you're putting something on a pedestal. So it could be someone that's putting you on a pedestal. But I'm showing that in the end, we've got so I've got the 10 of Swords reversed, the 10 of Wands reversed, heartbreak, 3 of Swords reversed, Actually, the Ten of Wands was upright. I flipped it on accident. But either way, what this is showing is that you're having a hard time letting go. But until you let go, that when you do put down these burdens, that's when the healing will come in. So it's like almost like you've got a choice, because you might think that this letting this situation is actually going to heal you. Like you might be struggling and think, like, even if it was like drinking, like the cards are indicating here, is that you know, you might drink to like relax, feel like the stress of the day is gone or whatever. And so you think it's like bringing in some type of healing, but what you don't see, the cloud, or the cloud is hiding, is that it's actually going to be a big burden for you. Hold on, let me shut my door. Okay, so sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, so yeah, it's going to. We've got deep freeze. This is going to cause problems for you. With the deep freeze, it's kind of like right now though, or when you do have this thing or person come back around, you're gonna be faced with taking this, taking it or not taking this offer. Like you're looking at it in this picture. It's like you're looking at it thinking, should I? It looks pretty tempting, right? But you're blinded. See how she's blinded in this Two of Swords? You're blinded by this choice. You're not sure which way would be the best way, is maybe how you're feeling, okay? So, I think I wanted to read that Moonlight card. You got Moonlight. Hold on, let me take a look at it real quick. Because it seems like there was something specific I wanted to touch on that, and I can't remember what it was. Okay. Okay, so this is the Moonlight. Yeah, this is just basically saying to trust your intuition and not to second guess yourself. That you're actually being told what's the best way for you to go, but you have to listen and pay attention to it. You might have a hunch. There could be like a tingling, a clear sound, an animal or object crossing your path, some kind of synchronicity that tells you not to take this. Here's the offer. It's a Page of Pentacles, and it's reversed. So here you are as the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords has been through a lot, and she's wise. She knows what to cut off, what to block. See, she's got like her sword up there, and she cuts out things that are not beneficial for her life. But here's what you need to cut out. There's a cloud of illusion. You need to cut through the cloud, basically. This is illusion that's showing up. Now, the archetype cards. This is a dead end. Whatever this thing is that's coming back around is a dead end for you. It's not going to lead to happiness. And I am showing that it's suggesting that you cut your losses here. So basically, take what you have. You might be broke or poor. Your body might hurt. Whatever it is, it's still better than going back to this. And I am showing that you're going to see the truth. This is like this secrets are coming out. You're listening to your intuition, and you know this. You already know this. Or you will know this when it comes around, if it hasn't yet. Now, the next card we got is the Forest. Okay? Now, whatever this decision is that you have to make, the Forest suggests that like if you make that the harder choice, that instead of feeling like burdened by that harder choice, or like, oh, like that, it suggests that you look at the situation, like not getting pissed, not getting, all wrapped up in your emotions, but like, it's like you take a step back and be the observer. Look at it, and look at it. It's like looking at it with curiosity of like a child. Like, I wonder what this is for. I wonder, why is this person coming back to me? Well, what are you considering bringing back into your life that wasn't a good situation for you? Because they go hand in hand. One pattern is reflecting the other one into your life. Okay, attracting it, I should say. So what I'm showing, other cards to clarify it. We've got the Page of Wands. It could be coming from fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I also have, I think it. God, I always forget the signs for this card. Pisces, I know that. It might be Libra or Cancer. And then we got Gemini, you guys. Okay. So this is what this will bring in, though. There's conflict. You trying to decide if this was worth it because of you feel like you're carrying a heavy load, like there's a burden here. And it might be a relationship. This is a card of Gemini, but also it could be a person that's offering you love, but it's empty. This, with this Ace of Coins reversed, that's what I'm showing, is that you think it's going to be stable, but it's not. And again, this is with the Bardo here. Let me show you. You got Bardo. This is like the ability to, oh my gosh, there's so many noises today. My neighbor mowing their lawn. Well, I hope you can hear me. I'll try and talk louder. Guy's mowing his lawn, and I don't want to wait to finish this. So, with Bardo, okay, it's like taking a step above your situation and seeing it for what it is. So, this situation or person is going to try and control you. It's going to cause you anxiety, sleepless nights. Could be dealing with an Aries, but this is the Emperor. He's not always controlling, but I'm showing from the cards that this is going to control you. You're going to be trying to balance yourself, trying to figure, you're going to be trying to find balance, right? But there's a lack of joy here and imbalance. This is clearly, you're giving away your energy to it and it's not returning. And so you end up finding yourself trying to defend yourself against this or this person. Okay? Okay. Now this is the unseen. So what is it that you're not seeing that behind this mirror or in this smoky mirror, whatever? Okay, this is going to cause you sadness, the inability to let go of it, like you're going to have a really hard time letting go of it, inability to take a new path, and bondage with the devil. The devil also represents a Capricorn. Death represents Scorpio, so you could be dealing with those signs. But that's what it'll cause you. But again, instead of trying to the situation or person coming in, instead of trying to make them be a certain way or be better, right? Because you may be like, I want them, but as long as they don't do this. Well, that's not how it works as far as working, okay? Look at yourself. Find the pattern, because the thing is like, if you didn't have this pattern up here in you with something or someone, somehow, then you wouldn't even have this situation coming into your experience. So contemplate on that. And what is it? What is it for you? What is it that you are putting on the altar that you need to sacrifice? All right, so I'm going to leave it there. If you want a personal reading, you can email me. Also, I really appreciate likes, subscribes, and shares because that helps me get the messages out there. And it helps me so I'll be able to continue doing these readings. Next time I do your reading, I might be in the woods. I'm going to go live there for a while. So, all right, thanks.